Hello and welcome to Undead Gaming News, your one-stop shop for all things gaming. I'm your host Zombie, and first up this week we have Overwatch 2. As two of the heroes have been temporarily pulled from the game, as Blizzard works to fix some major bugs. Both Bastion and Torbjorn are the ones that need fixing, as Bastion has been suspended from all modes and Torbjorn is absent from everything except for quick play. The reason Bastion needs fixing is due to a bug with his ultimate ability allowing him to fire as many artillery strikes as you can click in the limited time window that Bastion's ultimate allows. As for Torbjorn, his overload ability can receive double duration if the button press is timed correctly due to a bug, meaning that he can run faster, receive more damage and deal more damage for a lot longer than he should. No indication was provided regarding the lengths of the suspension though, so hopefully they're able to fix those pretty soon. In other news, we have an upcoming game, Witchfire, which was announced 5 years ago by the Polish studio The Astronauts. It's a dark fantasy shooter about witches in an alt history medieval world, and it'll be a while before the game actually comes out, as the studio has now announced that they're going to be delaying the game into next year, specifically early 2023. The delay has been caused by a major redesign that's changing the game from an arena-style combat into open-world fighting, and while that might sound like a huge change for the team to achieve within mere months before releasing the game, apparently the change is already 95% implemented. They decided to make that change because they believe that it will be a better overall player experience to have that style of combat instead. Over on Microsoft's side of things, they've joined up with Meta and announced a partnership that will have Xbox Cloud Gaming go on the Quest VR headsets at some point in the future. It's currently unspecified as to when though, but when the Xbox Cloud Gaming launches on the Meta Quest store, you'll be able to hook up any Xbox controller to your headset and then play the console games from the Xbox Game Pass Ultimate Library, and Meta says that it hopes to share more on this as soon as possible, so hopefully we'll have some more information within the next month or two. In other news, the team behind the YouTube series Don't Hug Me I'm Scared are apparently making a video game. In a recent job listing, production company BlinkLink announced that it's looking to take their first steps into the games industry with their new initiative, Blink Games. The listing says that the company has several game concepts in the works and is now looking for a producer to guide them through the different parts of the journey towards the launch of the first game. No further details about the project have been announced, as it's still in the early stages of development. But that'll be interesting to see when we do have more information. I would assume it's going to be some kind of horror title, considering what the YouTube series they made was. As for our final story this week, we have quite a wholesome one, as one of the developers from the original Fable game has revealed that they recently found their commemorative plaque given to them for working on the game after losing it 12 years ago. Mike Ducker, who worked as a programmer on the Fable series, took to Twitter to tell the story of how they lost and were eventually reunited with their exclusive plaque. In a thread, he wrote, "The plaque I was given for making Fable has been missing, presumed stolen, since 2010. It ended up in a recycling centre auction in Northampton around 2014. It then sat in a collection until it went on sale on eBay recently, where a game dev I'd never met saw it and told me. The seller returned it for the price that they paid for it, which was 10% of what they had listed it for and much less than I was willing to pay. Never thought I'd see it again, and so unlikely that I ever did. I am of course paying them more than they asked, and throwing in a Fable 1 standee I found in my tiny collection of memorabilia." So it's great to see that he was able to be reunited with his own plaque that he should have had all this time, and it's also nice to see that he was willing to pay more than what was requested, plus also give something else for free on top of that. But that's all we have time for this week. If you have any thoughts on anything discussed this week, please leave in the comment section below as always, and I'll see you next week. Goodbye.